Hi, I'm Lily. Today I'm going to read a story called The Creeping Tide. Okay, I'm going to read you the story, The Creeping Tide. Okay, let's read it. In July, I went to day camp. I had outdoor sleepovers with my friend Mark, and I learned to skateboard. In July, my big sister Kate got her braces off, except she still has to wear a retainer most of the time. She looked in the mirror and smiled a lot. But now it's August. There's no camp and Mark is on vacation. What am I going to do? Kate, how about taking Jack to the beach? No way, said Kate. He asks too many questions. Can I go? I asked. Can we leave right now? Can we stay all day? See, Mom, he's already started, Kate says. No more questions, I promise. I won't be any trouble. I'll even make our lunch. At lunch, there isn't much room to sit. The water covers most of the sand. Finally, I drop our stuff. I don't ask if Kay likes this spot. That'd be a question. I put on a sunscreen. We go for a swim. Then we lie on the blankets. I have lots of questions, but I won't say a thing. At least not to Kate. I talk over to the lifeguard. Her name is Gwen. Have you ever saved anyone's life? I ask. Not yet, Gwen tells me. Can you swim across the ocean? I ask. Not yet. Let's see, what else can I ask? What time is it? 10:45. 10:48, Gwen answers. Then I notice a big sign. What's that? A tide chart. It tells when there will be a high tide and where there'll be a low tide. What's happening now? The tide is coming in. The water keeps covering more and more beach until high tide. Gwen helps me read the chart. High tide is at 11:40 a.m. After that, the water will start to move away from the beach, she tells me. I check the chart again. Now, low tide is at 5:55. 5:55. So 5:55 p.m. I guess that's when there will be the most beach. Usually there are two high tides and two low tides every day. I have another question. What's the highest tide you ever saw? Once, after a huge storm, the water covered the whole beach and the parking lots, Gwen says. Wow, I say. Then I ask, what do you like better, high tide or low tide? I like to dig for clams for looking sea animals, so low tide is my favorite, Gwen says. I'm about to ask, can I go clam dog with you? But Gwen looks kind of tired. Then I hear Kate calling, lunchtime. Yum, peanut butter sandwich, says Kate. I couldn't eat them when I still had braces. She takes out a retainer, and we both eat. Then Kate says, a corn mango smoothie. It tastes good right now. Let's go to the snacks stand. It's pretty far away, but I don't mind. There's a lot to see. We stop to watch a sandcastle contest. A man sleeps and sits on his own castle. Oops, I say. We stopped to watch the sailboats. After a while, we stopped again to watch a girl fly a kite. The kite looks like a monster, kind of like Kate when she's in a bad mood. She finally got to the stacks. We finally get to the snack stand. Kate sees some friends and they talk and talk and talk. I wait so long I get thirsty again. Kate buys me another smoothie and we walk back. Past the sailboats and the sandcastles, the girl flying a kite. Hey, the sunscreen is missing, and your goggles and my retainer. Somebody stole it. Why does someone need your retainer? I almost asked, but no questions. Instead, I think, how the girl with the kite was standing on sand, not in the water. The water is moving away from the beach. Gwen walks by. What time is it? It's almost 5 o'clock, she tells me. How can you ask such a silly question when our stuff is missing? But it's not silly. I'm trying to figure out what's happened. I walk in the straight line and stop over the sea with it. Then we washed onto the shore. Then the sand is wet and wavy. There are tide pools in the sand. I stare to the big puddles the ocean has left behind. Seashells, there or here. I sit closer. Jack, what are you doing? Oh, that's right. Her retainer. Just as I thought, high tides came in while we were gone. But the waves washed over our blanket and carried our things down the beach. But still, no retainer. Kate runs off. I just followed the tide. She gives me a big hug. I stepped on something. Kate runs over. How did you find it? She asks. I stepped on something a little sharp. So go ahead. You can ask me one question. I look at her and smile. Can we come back tomorrow? Okay, so it's been a short story. So today I just record the creeping tide. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching.